What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? It's your boy Bodega motherfucking Bands and Chico, and we reporting live with another episode of Keep It a Band. Hope y'all are feeling great. Hope y'all are feeling amazing. We got another Thursday morning podcast because God ever so graciously woke us up this morning. Henry, how you doing today, brother? Talk to the people, man.
Yo, I'm good. I'm great, man. Real quick, I actually want to give a quick shout out to our first fan to comment on our live podcast last week.
Hey,
Izzy,
hey.
give a quick shout out to Izzy Weeks, man. We appreciate you engaging with our live podcast and shit, bro. You're the first fan to do it. We appreciate that. We fuck with anyone that engages with us or shares our podcast, man. That would help us out tremendously. So, shout out to Izzy Weeks, man. You're the man, bro.
You're the man, brother. You're the very, very first one, and we have some pretty big plans for this. So you are forever written down in the history books. And people get outwritten out of the history books all the time, fam, but you found yourself a permanent spot.
There you go. Amen to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Henry, man, what you thinking about today? I know you hit me up yesterday and it seemed like it seemed pretty important, and I feel bad when I can't pick up the phone at work. Sadly, these dudes I lose points when I pick up or text while driving. There's like an app on my phone that I got to install. And the first thing I was thinking, I was like, damn, man, I already know that Henry's like going through some shit, bro. Like he must have saw Cardi B's tits. And, bro, I was stressed out because I was like, damn, I wouldn't want one of my homies to see those pancakes and not have any guidance through them and, help him figure out how he feels. So, Henry, how you feeling, bro? You seemed pretty offended.
I wasn't offended. They just some big ass nipples, man. It's just, yeah, I still hit it, but.
So now, question.
What's up?
Question. Are is the nipple, right? Is it the whole brown part, or is it like the little cherry on top?
Nah, I'm talking about the whole part, the circular part that surrounds the nipple.
But for some reason, Henry, something tells me that that's not like the nipple. Like how science is. Like they be having like mad different terms for like mad different areas. Part of me feels like that shit's called like the nipple campus. Because it's like the campus of the nipple, and the nipple resides like right in the middle.
Yeah.
You think nippocampus is a word? That we have hippocampus, that's like in the brain.
I said nippocampus.
Nippocampus, right?
I just didn't think they'd be that big, like that spread out, man.
They look like eraser tops.
They look like potato pancakes, man. They got splat on a plate.
Potato pancakes. They look like potato skins. They look like potatoes. Now that I think about it, those shits look like when you peel the whole tomato but you leave the brown bottom, and it's like, damn, man, how do I get to this shit? I don't want to cut my finger and shit.
Chill.
But Henry, actually, since last podcast, bro. Now tell me if I'm wrong. Did the Lakers finally take it since last podcast?
What was that?
On our last podcast, did the finals finish, or did that finish over, in between now and our last podcast?
Nah, I finished, man. Lakers won.
How you feel about that series, man? What you think about it?
It is what I expected it to be. Man, shout out to Miami Heat for putting up a fight at the best it could, but let's be real, we all knew Lakers were gonna win this title and shit.
Yeah, easy, bro.
So, but do you think that is there an asterisk on this NBA Finals?
And it's funny you say that, bro, because that's actually what I was gonna ask you. And I slightly do. And here's the crazy thing is I'm not one of those LeBron haters. I'm actually like really happy for the guy. I'm happy he got his fourth ring. I think a lot of bums out here, granted me too, but dudes don't know what it takes to get all the way to an NBA Finals. Whether you won 6 times, whether you won 10 times, whether you won 4 times, bro, the dude gets to the finals every single year. And normally what happens in the finals is, bro, you kind of need more than just one person who's doing everything. And a lot of the times he's made it to the finals off of the strength of his own. And when he finally needs his teammates to do something, these guys ain't doing it. So I don't want to take the credit away from him winning, you know?
Yeah, I think I don't think there's much of an asterisk on this finals. Um, I think the only factor that you could put into play is that they didn't have to travel. I mean, not they didn't have to play as visiting teams as a
Yeah.
visitor. I think
Which
that was the only factor. But other
which
than that,
but now question to you though, Henry, right? This is why I think we could say there might be a slight asterisk, is because that Miami Heat team, as much as I like them, bro, those guys had no playoff experience other than like Jimmy Butler, and he barely has any playoff experience. Um, bro, that not having a crowd is why a team like the Heat was able to get past. Like I never thought the Bucks were that great, but they were better than you. And if they had home court advantage, bro, dog, Giannis starts dunking on niggas' necks, and the place goes crazy. You know, they didn't have to deal with that,
yeah, like, do you think someone like Tyler Hero would have made that performance
and
in a
that's what I'm
hostile,
saying,
yeah,
bro.
hostile crowd?
I honestly don't believe he would, and I think he's good, bro. But once again, bro, just in high school, you feel the atmosphere change when it's a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the people who are good are able to kind of like ignore that aspect of what's happening. But regardless, bro, that is a real aspect, bro. Playoff games add pressure. Bro, they had no
Absolutely.
fans. Bro, this was an AAU game, bro, with the best basketball players in the league, bro. You had guys like TJ Warren, who used to average 15. Bro, he was averaging what, 32?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's crazy. And if anything, I think when the bubble, the reason why like the bubble's 50-50, because I think it helps out the players who are just okay, who like the momentum of the crowd being on their side so they could play well, right? But then when you're a superstar and you do something crazy, bro, the crowd doesn't go crazy. So it caps your momentum, you know? And I feel like it raises the floor a little bit for the rookies. And I can't lie, bro. Part of an NBA season and making it to the championship, bro, is if you guys can stay healthy. And, bro, Anthony Davis has never been healthy a whole year.
No, I thought I think what was this? I think it was the series before that. This dude, I thought he was out and sprained it. I thought he sprained his ankle because he landed
Yeah, yeah.
awkwardly and shit. I'm like, oh, there he goes. That's it.
Well, no, because I'm thinking just, bro, the dude has never been healthy, and you were lucky to get how many months off did they have? 3 months?
See, ended in March, so March, April, May, June. And when did it start? Beginning of July?
Yeah, August.
August? Yeah, yeah, 4 months off.
So
That
my
was a
thing
good
is,
rest time, especially for a guy like LeBron.
yeah, yeah, that's a great rest time, especially when you're in your 30s. And all I'm saying is, hear me out. I personally don't want to give him the asterisk. This was just me sitting down while I was thinking about it the other day. And, bro, not having to go a whole season, not having to worry about injury, bro. Part of me doesn't think AD would have been there at the end of the year if it was 5 months straight for how much they were using that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And LeBron came off of an injury season last year, so it was like, you know, we would want to see if he could finish the season. Having a short season, bro, really like benefited the better teams, and everybody got their rest. Next thing you know, Miami came out of nowhere, and like, bro, as much as I'd like those guys, the reason why I didn't want to see them there is because like I knew there was no chance, no chance, bro. Jimmy Butler be averaging, bro. Your best player can't average 20, 21 points a game, bro.
mm.
You know,
But
like
this playoff did show Jimmy Butler is an assassin when it comes down to crunch time.
I don't think so, bro.
Bro, I think but you gotta look at the playoff series as a whole. He
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
delivered at tight moments. And I never really saw Jimmy Butler as the guy. I always saw him as a second piece on a team. But I gotta give respects to him. He really showed up on crunch time to deliver points when it mattered the most.
But I will tell you this, man. One, through this series, I definitely earned, Jimmy Butler earned a lot of my respect. Like, still flat out, um, I did like seeing a guy who grinds it out make it to the top. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
sad part about that is the NBA is the NBA, bro. I knew he would need an extra piece. Now, I think Jimmy Butler would be, if Jimmy Butler is somebody's second piece, they can go, like, extremely far. You know what I'm saying? Especially, to keep it a beam, if he was around somebody like Kyrie Irving, right, where Kyrie can do his little dolo diva stuff and still have a guy in the locker room who's a leader to make sure everybody's focused. If Jimmy Butler was around Kyrie Irving, bro, they probably could have a ring. Because Kyrie's got all the talent in the world, bro, but that dude's not a leader. And I like Kevin Durant too, but Kevin Durant's not a leader. That locker room in Brooklyn doesn't have a leader, bro. I don't see them beating LeBron and AD. Just for the fact, I just look at it just for the fact, bro, that LeBron and AD, like AD knows until LeBron retires, bro, look, man, I'm getting the most points on the team. I'm getting the most rebounds. LeBron could be the face of the team for a year or two. Let me win these rings. Once he retires, bro, I'm AD with 2-3 rings. I was averaging more points and rebounds than LeBron. Like, he's just letting things go stride for stride. Brooklyn, bro, they're not going to know their roles, bro. They got a lot of talent on that team, bro. That looks like the Celtics from 2 years ago with Kyrie.
Yeah, and this is the thing that kind of sucks about the playoffs for the Celtics. Going forward next year, the Eastern Conference just got tougher for them. A lot of teams are getting healthier, and this was their moment for them to reach the finals and possibly take it all.
Yeah, no, we do have some killers, but I actually think the East is way more balanced than what we think.
No, I totally agree it's balanced. I just think it's more of a tougher road more than now, because before it was just Boston and Philly and the Bucks.
Yep.
Now we got Brooklyn in the mix. Miami is now in the mix, clearly, and if they add more players, who knows? And now you got Philadelphia with Doc Rivers, and I think Doc Rivers can turn it around with what's his face, Embiid and Simmons. I think he can. I think he can set his mind right. I think Doc is the right guy to set Embiid straight.
Well, here's the problem. It's not that they don't have the cap room to do anything. They're paying Al Horford, I think, a good $30 million. They're paying Ben Simmons. They're paying Embiid. They got a big three.
By the way, thank you, Philly, for taking Al Horford out of our hands. How's that contract looking?
You know what's crazy, bro? I actually, the NBA, bro, is so much about matchups where I'm like, bro, I would never want to pay Al Horford 30 bills anyway. But what he did for the Celtics and how the Celtics used him, he was very efficient. Bro, that coach over there in Philly, I forgot his name. Damn, I can't believe I forgot his name. Guys, I'm a sportscaster, so, like, I know this nigga's name. I'm just fucking up. But regardless, finally he got fired, bro. But, like, Brett Brown, there we go. Bro, he didn't know how to use Al Horford at all. Like, he didn't know what to do with Al Horford. But also, Al Horford hasn't had to play with somebody like Joel Embiid his entire career. Al Horford was the biggest guy on the floor everywhere he went.
Yeah, but you know what? Philly didn't need to add another big man. They need to add a shooter, and that's where they fucked up. Like, Al Horford didn't fit Philly because that wasn't a need. That was more of a luxury.
Yeah, it was a luxury, and like, what I think Philly was trying to go for was at the beginning of the year. What was happening is they wanted Ben Simmons to run the point guard, right? And if Philly's roster actually worked the way they wanted it to, bro, it would have been good, because at the end of the day, what they wanted to do was have their starting five be Ben Simmons at the 1, Richardson at the 2, Josh Richardson at the 2, Tobias Harris at the 3, Al Horford at the 4, Joel Embiid at the 5. Bro, you would easily have the biggest team on the court every game. The shortest person you would have had was Josh Richardson, and I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". But your point guard would have been 6'11", bro. And that would have been a matchup nightmare. No matter how good Kyrie is, bro, he's 6'4". He's not matching up with Ben Simmons. John Wall wouldn't be able to match up with Ben Simmons. I think that's what they were trying to go for. They just didn't have enough shooting. And I think they thought Al Horford would be that other shooter, but it was like, bro, Al Horford can hit the 3. He's not a 3-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? You could see it in his form, bro. He's a mid-range shooter. He happens to have the range for the 3, but he's not a shooter, man. You could see it in his form. Philly had a great team, though. Like, at the beginning of the year, they had me worried, bro.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about the matchup because say the Celtics didn't get a big man. Your big man for the majority of the year was Daniel Tice, and then you had a little glimpse of Cancer and Robert Williams.
So, do you think Tice is on the team next year?
Yeah, he's on the team next year. Unless they want to trade, because right now his stock is high after this performance.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I think his stock is actually extremely low.
I think it's high because this dude balled out. Yeah, granted, we're not talking about like Zach Randolph a few years ago where this man just emerged out of nowhere. But given the fact that Tice if you look at Tyson, the way he runs and his athleticism, you can clearly tell he's not meant to be like the guy to cover your star center. Yeah. But given the fact what Tice gave you and how he was matching up for most of the part, I think his stock is pretty high now. Why don't you think his stock isn't high?
I think it's hard because like when you're a I think he's about 6'8", you know. You're a 6'8" man, you're an undersized center. Most guys you're playing already have a good 3 to 4 inches on you height wise, which means, you know, let's add another 3 to 4 inches on you wingspan wise, right? He can't dominate the glass, right? He's not a dominating shot blocker. He's not a dominating finisher. He's not a great passer. He's not a great shooter. All I'm saying is, for all those things that he's not great at, bro, I just don't think Daniel Tice should be in the starting lineup. That's when I knew we weren't going to win the championship. There's certain players in starting lineups where I'm like, bro, if this guy is your starter, you're so thin at that position that it's not going to work. Bro, Daniel Tice would, if, like, granted, I think we had a better chance against against the Lakers. But, bro, Daniel Tice was not going to be able to guard Dwight Howard, bro, at 33.
I didn't have the Celtics beating the Lakers in that series at all.
Bro, the Celtics didn't have enough. Bro, I'll say it like this, bro. I can't lie. Maybe it's because of the coaching style. But if it wasn't for Marcus Smart, bro, the Celtics would be one of the softest teams in the league. One of the softest teams in the league.
Like, there's no emotion. Like, you don't see any emotion of Jason Tatum when he fucks up. Or you just see, like, a little smile, like, of disbelief. Or Jalen. Or anything. Like, I don't see no, like, passion or grit out of these guys besides Marcus Smart. And that's where I did miss Marcus Morris. As much as he was, like, a troll,
I was going to say that name. Go ahead.
Marcus Morris had that attitude, that swagger that you need on a team to keep your guys in check and also keep your opponent in check. It's like, don't fuck with my team.
Yeah, and you know who got him? The Lakers and the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
They got both Morris brothers, which I thought was amazing. That's my only issue with Brad is like, bro, I think Brad has a really good approach. I'm a guy who meditates, so Brad doesn't get too high, too low. He tries not to, even though, guys, I get extremely high and I could get extremely low. That's why I meditate. But he tries to have that even keel approach. And I think it's a good approach, bro. But also, you know, when you're around your friends, bro, just like when we were talking about last week, bro, when you're just around certain people, bro, and people have the potential to be something, bro, you have the option to sugarcoat some shit for them or keep it a bean, right? If someone gets offended by you telling them that they can do better or that they are expected to do better, bro, and they get offended, you see their personality. They don't have a winning personality. You know, I think a lot of the people who've succeeded in life and doing some great shit, bro, when someone tells them some shit, before they get offended, bro, they actually look at it introspectively, see if somebody has a point before they react and try to do something about it, right?
Yep.
There's a few times, bro, that Jason Tatum's he's a young man, bro. I think he's 21, 22, right? Brad Stevens in some of those huddles, bro, needs to sit down and say, yo, bro, no excuse. You're supposed to hit that shot. Like, I have every right to be disappointed in you not making that shot. You're trying to be a superstar in this league one day, correct? Yeah. We'll get used to those type of expectations. You know what I'm saying? To have Jason miss some, bro, and granted, I'm not saying lay into him, but bro, there was just sometimes Jason Tatum was going out of control. And I'm like, Brad, this is the time. The man's 22 years old. You need to talk to him as in, bro, we know you're talented, but right now, know when you need to go crazy, know when you need to get down to the basics. Once you turn over the ball 2 times in a row, bro, move the ball. You know what I'm saying? Bro, once you take a bad shot, bro, move the ball. But Brad, bro, part of me feels like he's even keel, bro, because I think he's afraid to address his players.
And I think he's always gonna be that way. And
yeah,
Brad's not that guy to be in your face and yell at you like what's his name? Greg Popovich. It sucks, but I don't know how much longer you give Brad Stevens a run with the Celtics. At some point, you're gonna have to look another direction. You're gonna probably need to bring a guy that will enforce discipline and a little bit of like fear into your players.
Yeah, I think we need a veteran, bro, that's probably not gonna play. You know who's a great option, bro? And granted, he'll never come to the Celtics, but bro, the Miami Heat having Udonis Haslem on that bench.
Yes, I noticed that myself. Yeah, that was huge.
Bro, I remember watching Udonis Haslem with the Miami Heat in 05, 06 when they beat the Mavericks for the NBA title. And that was back in the day where the NBA still had a bunch of goons. Udonis Haslem was one of those goons.
Right.
He was like, the league had a whole bunch of Morris twins back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Udonis Haslem was one of the old school Morris twins. You know? Eric Spoelstra, bro, is not that coach who's too screaming. You know what I'm saying? So he keeps a guy like that to his right where he's like, yo, that's not my energy. Bro, when it's time to lay into these niggas, bro, I need you. Like, that's your job over here. You know? Bro, you need those guys because, like, part of me feels like, and this is just, you know, bro, at the end of the day, although it is basketball, bro, these are still grown-ass men in the locker room. Brad Stevens is still a 5'8", 160-pound white guy.
I know.
Bro, you think he's going to scream at Marcus Morris? Like, even if he wanted to, even if he had every right in the world, bro, he is not screaming at that nigga. He's not going to be like, yo, bro, look at this pick. Fam, you fucked up. Bro, Marcus Morris probably would have slapped the taste out of his mouth.
I know he would.
You know?
He'd get his shit after that.
But that's why you need somebody either like Udonis Haslem or Doc Rivers who's going to be like, bro, I don't care if you'll smack the taste out my fucking mouth. You fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You need those type of people. Brad doesn't seem like he has that yet. But also, bro, he has only been coaching in the league for, 4 or 5 years now?
Brad?
Yeah. How long has he been there for?
Bro, I want to say since 2013.
2013? That's when Gordon Hayward came in, right? Did he start coaching the year Gordon Hayward came in?
Gordon Hayward, I think it's 2011 or 2012.
I'm gonna do that Google. Oh, I'm at 1%, Henry.
I got you. Hold on. Oh,
Yo, hold on,
shit.
I'm gonna lock my phone real quick. Where the heck did my charger go?
You're fun as shit.
I
But for
found
the time being, yo.
Whoo! Wow, we almost fucking faded out. I would have never even noticed, bro. All right, I'm back. Yeah, nah, so
2010.
2010. Oh, okay. Oh, bro. Oh, jeez, Brad. A decade to grow some balls?
Oh, man.
Bro, it took me 9 months to grow balls, and I was inside a shorty's stomach to grow these balls. Brad had 10 fucking seasons as a millionaire in the NBA, and he couldn't grow some nuts? Henry, that's soft shit, man. That's why I fucked with Coach P, bro.
Yeah. No, we just gotta. I hope things turn around going forward next year. Hey, I want to ask your opinion on this because I was talking to my girl the other day. Have you ever thought of like when you're applying to jobs, change your last name from like a Latino last name to a Smith or a Johnson? You would have a better chance landing an interview.
Um, I've thought of it. Um, I don't know, bro.
Just to fuck with them, just to test it out.
Bro, I haven't even thought of even testing it out, bro. Um, Even though, I mean, granted, I should have. Bro, there's been mad times, Bro, I have a really, really good resume, and not just retail either. Like, I have a good resume. I've worked with some nonprofits, bro. I've done some pretty important things inside nonprofits, bro. I was a teacher at one point. Like, I have a few things that are a few years under my belt, including retail. And, bro, when I tell you, it seems like you're never qualified for shit.
I know. That
Seems like you're never qualified for shit. And the worst part is, bro, is being a creative. Bro, people who just have artistic abilities in anything, bro. It could be ceramics, bro. It could be rapping. It could be drawing, bro. Bro, those people tend to have like really good problem solving skills. They just know how to make shit work. Give them something, they'll find a way to make it work. You know what I'm saying? That's the best part about being a creative. Bro, a lot of times you walk into these workplaces that try to tell you that you're pretty much not qualified, bro. You see the people who they're working around, and it's like, bro, if a problem were to arise that's out of the ordinary, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do. Because you're used to making cookies with cookie cutouts. But if I were to tell you to cut out this cookie yourself, you'd be like, hold on, nigga. Normally niggas give me something to trace. You know what I'm saying? And, bro, a lot of those times, bro, the reason why I don't even want to fuck with jobs like that, bro, is like, Henry, would you even want to stay in a job that, like, let's say you got an offer, bro, because you lied on your last name. And let's say they forgave you for lying on your last name, bro. Would you even want that job?
I don't know. I think if it was a company that I've been trying to get in for a while, maybe. But also at the same time, it's like I always had this mindset that having a last name, a Latino last name, would be in my favor to bring diversity to a workplace.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case because at the end of the day, I truly believe that I will always be overlooked because of I have a Latino last name. And I feel like some companies have a set as to how many minorities you would want to hire.
Yeah, a set amount, right?
Set amount, yeah. But yeah,
And
they'll still promote that it's a diverse workplace.
yeah. Yeah. Well, my question would be like, do you this is the hard part. I just Are people really willing to sacrifice money though? Like Henry, for example, if you're really the best for the job, because you were in banking before, right? If you were really the best for the job, bro, and I feel like you could bring money to the company. Actually, you know what? There goes my answer, guys. Sorry, I just kind of did the math in my head. But a lot of the times the owners of these companies aren't the ones making decisions, bro. So that's why I actually believe this discrimination happens around the management area. I don't think it goes to the higher ups because the higher ups are very much focused on the company fiscally. So if someone like you with the last with a Spanish last name, bro, is bringing money to the company, bro, they'll want to keep you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see you every day either. They're not at your branch. The higher ups be in their corporate branches, you know? So they just see money. They see what your name is bringing in. I think they would want to keep you, bro. It's normally the management at the particular branch where it's like, is this somebody I feel like I would want to work with? You know? And yo, sometimes I really wonder, bro, how racist or or prejudiced do you have to be, bro, that like when you see somebody come in for a job interview, bro, and they're dressed up and they speak well, bro, how prejudiced do you have to be to still think that like this person's a piece of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like someone's coming on time to an interview, giving you all the good reasons to hire them before you even talk to them. They're dressed to impress. They have a great resume. They speak well to people. Bro, like you really have to, bro, how much hatred do you have for like a certain tint or a certain culture, bro, to ignore the fact that someone's being nice to you in your face? Like, bro, that's a special kind of hatred, bro. And that's why I think a lot of people are prejudiced, bro, but to carry that specific type of hatred, bro, I wouldn't want to view the world that way. I don't want to think that there's that many people out there who can harbor something like that when you're being kind to their face. Bro, I make deliveries all the time. I run into some snobby white folk all the time. And like, bro, there's been times I hopped out of my truck and because where I left the package, I can tell like they wanted to say some shit. Bro, but every time I see somebody give me a dirty look, bro, the first thing I say is, good morning. How you doing? Bro, and they change up because like once again, you have to have a special type of hatred in your heart, bro, that when someone's being nice to your face, you could still hate against them. You know?
Yeah.
But
you gotta kill them with kindness, is the thing. And damn.
Well, I wouldn't want to work at a place, bro, that I feel like they're just letting me in.
And you know what? To keep, as this podcast is called, keep it a band. To keep things a band, bro. I'm always gonna have that in the back of my head wherever I go. That I have the world against me because the way I look of my skin color. Regardless if we want to believe that there is a certain part that there's a certain amount of equality, which I don't think there is, because I think racism will always be here, even to the day we die. So, regardless of where I go to a business, I go to a restaurant, I go to an interview, it's always gonna be in the back of my head that they're already looking at me, they're looking at my skin color, my last name, the way I look, my appearance, and they're already judging me. We're always gonna get judged, regardless, man.
Yeah.
And there's nothing we can do about it.
But you know what, Henry? I think there's something that we could slightly do about it. Slightly. Now, bro, we're never going to eradicate racism. You know, that's just going to be around forever, bro. As long as, bro, this is how I know racism is going to be around. I'll keep it short. Bro, as long as people are still proud for where they come from, right? As long as people are still flying flags of, you know, their Dominican flags out their car, their Puerto Rican flags, their Jamaican, their Haitian flags, their American flags. Bro, when people are proud of who they are, right? All it takes is for something in their mind to feel like people are disrespecting their people to want to stand up, right? Bro, having all that pride, no matter what culture is, bro, pride is a double-edged sword. You're proud of where you are or who you are, but when people disrespect it, I mean, I would expect you to defend it as well, you know? And in a world with so many human beings, so many things can get misinterpreted, bro, that, you know, just because of those misinterpretations, shit can go left. And, once again, people are going to hold down their own. Bro, so I think the only thing we could really do is one, bro, at some point in time, whether it's our lifetime or not, bro, Americans got to find a way to identify themselves as Americans. Always remember your family roots, of course, right? But, and granted, I don't think none of this is going to ever happen. This is all hypothetical. But, yo, when Americans all first step start calling themselves Americans, bro, where we really start looking at our neighbor as our neighbor, right? Where back in the day, bro, if you're in a tribe, bro, and somebody from somewhere else is fucking with somebody from your tribe, you're gonna help them out. You had the just the natural want to help out the people in your tribe. Bro, America's so divided. Like, we're not one country, bro. If someone were to come in here right now and like EMP half this place, bro, I don't think Americans would come together to fight off whoever was here. You know what I'm saying? No one would know who to trust. I forgot why I was getting on that tangent, but the country's just extremely, extremely divided, man. And like, I forgot where I was going, Henry, man.
It's all good. Real quick, actually, since we're live, another shout out to Itty Weeks, showing some love on this live podcast, man. Thank you. If you're still listening, we appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir. Bless, brother.
Like what Dave was saying, man. You're the first person to fuck with us and give us a reaction. So we really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But back to the topic of this. During this pandemic, I don't know if it's just me, but you and I have talked for quite some time of starting this podcast. We finally did it. And it kind of gave me like a sense of happiness and satisfaction that we finally pulled the trigger and did this and are doing this podcast. And for a while, I could never find something like this that brought me happiness. No work, or I don't know, bro, like a hobby. Like my hobbies, I don't know, I guess I like photography, but this is something different.
It is.
I don't, yeah, like for us to finally do this is like a monumental moment for us, at least. Granted, we know we're going up against, at this point, there's probably millions of podcasts going on, but this, if I hope those of you that listen, I hope you found something that you truly enjoy doing. And if you're laid off currently, I hope things will get better. Stay positive and such. But I think this is now the perfect time for you to find something that you have interest or thinking of doing a career change. This might be a time for you guys to go out and get it.
Go out and get it. Think about doing it. It sucks, guys, but like, we do live, the world we live in is a very real world. And because the world is real, y'all, there are winners and losers. Straight up. There's people who win, there's people who lose. But now the winning and losing, guys, is all about the way you perceive your life and what it has become. I highly believe that there's people out there, man. If you really want a simple life, I'm sure there's a guy out there who found a way to make working at a fast food restaurant work for him, and he's probably happy and he could go home. Like, to me, that's a guy who won. If he can go home smiling and he could come back to work and know he's going to just have a good day at work, he's going to do his stuff, and he could come back home, to me, that man won if he's happy. And it brought me back to my tangent, Henry. What I was trying to say is the way we can do something for ourselves to defeat racism, guys, is we have to find a way to chase our own bag, right? Because when we find a way to get the money on our own, whether it's millions, bro, whether it's 20 to 30 grand a year, I don't know how you guys want to do it, but listen, man, you get your own bag, there's very few ways racism can even affect you. Me and Henry first started off talking about putting a fake name on your resume. That racism can affect you when you have to apply for jobs because you need someone to hire you, you know? So you kind of have to pander. And I'm not losing no respect for anybody who has to pander, bro. You got to make your money. You know what I'm saying? But all I ask, guys, is if this is something that you feel in your heart is uncomfortable, these past 5, 6 years of me growing up and also applying to places, I will let you guys know. And like, this is something to be proud of. You might have something in your chest that is trying to wake you up to be like, yo, bro, you're better than this. You don't need to apply here. Take a risk. We might have to sacrifice for a year or two, but you can do something. Yo, when you guys get that anxiety in your heart about hating your job, I firmly believe that's your heart telling you, bro, you hate this place enough right now that you can find an idea. You got to sit down and think about it. Doesn't mean you're going to be rich tomorrow. Doesn't mean you're going to be rich in 5 years, bro. But something that you control your money, that you control your wealth. So now if people want to be racist, okay, well, nigga, I can get my own bag. So talk your shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Or talk your shit, but that ain't going to affect my bag. You know? But, you know, Henry, we're lucky to live in Massachusetts where dudes got to act like they love us. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, a lot of these folk, you know, minorities who live in places, you know, like down south, bro, you know, guys, I would highly suggest just trying to find a way to create your own bag so you don't got to worry about how racism can affect you, bro, because it can. It can. It's a very real issue. Sometimes people get so sheltered from it, it seems like it's just something that people talk about. But there are people who really get affected by these things, and there's things that you can do for yourself to make sure that that doesn't happen. And one of those things is finding a way to get your own bag. You know, if you depend on whoever for your entire paycheck, bro, that's leverage, bro. If I'm a businessman, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, get your leverages, bro. People just got to get their leverages. You know what I'm saying? Find what makes you an amazing human being. Can you talk to people? When you're in an interview, make sure you mention that. Like, an interview is to show off. Tell him, yo, I'm good at talking with people. I'm good at talking with kids. I'm good at talking with old folk. You know, we're here trying to sell ourselves. But when you guys get into your workplace, I've always used my workplaces to network with different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So it is. You just gotta go out there with, I guess an open mind and be a little bit more. Go above your comfort zone. Go out of your comfort zone. It's a network of people. You just never know who you're gonna strike a connection with that will help you elevate your career to a different level.
No doubt.
Or life.
And bro, like, you know, I just think media has done a really good job, bro, on making us think a certain way. Guys, we are not victims. We're not victims no more. We need to break out of that victim mind state, bro. And based off of just the bullshit that I was going through in my young life, and I'm not even talking about racism, I'm just talking about family shit. Yo, there's a piece of us that feels comfortable playing the victim because it's easy to point fingers everywhere else instead of blaming yourself for where you are, right? People are afraid to blame themselves for where they are because that opens up your eyes to see, damn, bro, I might be a dickhead. Well, guys, this is real life. I think it's important that one day you wake up and tell yourself, damn, bro, I might be a dickhead. It might make you want to change some shit. That's not bad. If anything, call yourself a dickhead before anybody else calls you a dickhead. And try to work on that bullshit that you have before someone tells you to work on that bullshit you have.
Some people are happy being dickheads, though.
Oh no, bro. But
yeah.
when I say dickhead, bro, that's like I'm saying it in a vague term, bro. Like, bro, a dickhead could be somebody who's an asshole, bro. A dickhead could be somebody who, fam, if I'm paying you $20 an hour to remove this trash, bro, dog, I'm paying you $20 an hour. Like, yo, remove the shit. Don't half-ass it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not giving you a half-ass paycheck, right? I'm giving you your whole paycheck, so don't half-ass the job. You're a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? If I help you every time you call me, bro, I need a ride. Yo, I need a ride. And then it's my time and you can't do it for me, bro, you're a dickhead. Bro, there's times all the time, bro. I think I treat people pretty well, bro. And I wake up sometimes and I'll be like, damn, you know what? That person needed me to do this the other day and I didn't do it. This person deserves more than that. Like, this is on me.
Yep.
Bro, there's sometimes you argue with your shorty, bro, and she says some shit that's right. You know, if she's not the type who wants to tell you when she's wrong, cool. Lead by example. Yeah, shorty, you were right about that. Like, now your word is bond. I believe what you're saying if you could tell me when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? But people try to shelter themselves, bro, so much to a point where they shelter themselves from themselves. Then they start playing the victim. Bro, I do believe there's a lot of prejudice against us, right? But I also feel like it's very important that even though we know that in these situations, we don't approach these situations with that mentality. Because, Henry, even if you were getting into a fight with a guy who you pretty much know will beat your ass, are you just going to give up or are you going to still fight back?
Nah, I'm too prideful to give up.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, like, part of me would still attack those positions just to be like, yo, bro, if I'm the only minority in here, then I'm going to be the only minority in here. You know what I'm saying? We got to own it. We got to attack shit because I think the reason why white folk are so successful, of course, in their country, other than the fact that they have some advantages, bro, I would say some, bro, you know, growing up in Cambridge, I have got to also just meet a lot of white folk, bro, who do have their head on their shoulders, bro, and they're disciplined. And when they say they're going to start off small, bro, they start off small. And when they say they're going to start building up little by little, they build up little by little. Bro, they approach these things with the mentality that nobody can stop me. I'm going to do this shit. And, bro, all the great warlords and war generals in this world, bro, always felt like, bro, no one can stop me. I'm taking this shit over, whether I have to fight for it or not. Do you want to be a gazelle out here in this jungle or do you want to be a lion, bro? Lions get beat up too. Lions might break their leg. Your leg might be broken, nigga, but you're a lion. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to start playing victim. But, bro, this world eats victims, bro.
Always.
This world eats victims alive, bro. And the worst part is this world eats victims like a bear, bro. I don't know if you guys know, but when bears eat you guys, right? If you ever get lost in the forest and you find yourself getting eaten by a bear, bears eat you from the feet up because they want to keep you alive so you are fresh every time they eat you. So they'll eat your legs, they'll stop for a little bit. They eat your knees, they stop for a little bit. Bro, they get up to the fucking crotch, they stop. Bro, bears make it nice and slow. That's what the world does, yo. If you play a victim, bro, that's just going to hunt you down. That's just going to beat you until you're 75 and fall into that casket. I've had enough old heads tell me that shit. I'm relaying the message. If you guys want to play victim, you will become the victim. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. You will become the victim. If you're down and out and you always keep your head down, I'm going to let you know while your head's down, a blessing just passed you and you were looking at your feet. So if that's who you guys want to be, Bodega Bands ain't sugarcoating shit. If that's who you want to be, and you want to be a victim, and you want to point the fingers on every reason why you're not somewhere because of somebody else, do your thing, fam. And you'll see in 70 years, bro, you're going to be heated that you were playing that shit. Sorry, y'all. No one gives a fuck what you're going through.
No one. It's a reality you must face and understand.
Straight up. No one's going to give a fuck what you're going through, bro.
No one, man. Just like when people say congratulations on
they don't care.
You know what? They actually pretty pissed that you're doing something better than them. People are always going to be judgmental and hateful when you're coming up in this world, which is why I always live by the mentality of just doing shit on the low and never make your announcements of what you're pursuing.
Yeah.
Let them figure it out at the end of the day.
Nah, because people try to shoot those shits down. That's one. And two, depending on what areas you live in, it sucks, bro, because, some areas when you're doing good for yourself, bro, it actually becomes a little bit more dangerous. People see you. Yeah. Not only do people see you, people who've been nowhere in their life see you, right? Two, people who've had all the same opportunities that you've had and couldn't make nothing out of it see you, right? People whose ends can't meet and they can't figure it out because they're playing victim, they see you. People been through some different shit in their life, bro. It breeds envy. And I was just listening to the Joe Rogan podcast the other day, and bro, he just said it's extremely awkward when you tell your friends that you're doing something good, and he's like, you could hear it in their voice that they're not happy for you.
They're not, because it's something they couldn't do themselves, so they'll bring you down.
And this what really worries me, Henry, is, guys, I've been around there, been there, done that shit, and like, I've been around some dangerous people, man, and like, those envious behaviors that, and I'm not even joking, for some of y'all who can't fathom this, those envious behaviors that people might have up in the suburbs is a completely different envy from somebody in the slums. The slums has a whole, bro, in the projects, bro, you have a whole bunch of kids who weren't raised properly. It sucks to say, but, they weren't, their emotions weren't catered to as much as they should be.
Yeah.
And granted, bro, you know what? When you have minority parents who majority of, like, for example, if you go to the port, bro, majority of them are Haitian parents, bro, who are first time here. This is their first time in the country, and their kids were born here, but they were born over in Haiti. The cultures are completely different, bro. So, my grandmother being and my grandfather being from Dominican Republic, bro, first thing in the morning, their moms and dads went to work, so they didn't have somebody catering to their emotions all day. Those kids learn to work at a young age from the jump. So when they grew up to be parents, and they're the parents right now in our generation, they didn't know to give too much emotional support, bro, because they weren't taught to give emotional support, right? So now we have a bunch of kids who don't know how to control their emotions, bro, in the projects around a whole bunch of friends who some of them go broke, bro. Some of them make it out. They go to college, right? Some of them make it out by becoming big-time drug dealers. Some of them kill somebody. Bro, they're around so many different type of influences, bro, that envy can breed into something else, bro. Because they're stuck with the harsh reality of seeing one of their boys getting killed. They're stuck with the harsh reality of seeing one of their boys going to jail. So they literally get to see what the bottom looks like. That envy, when you know what the bottom looks like and you've seen your boy hit bottom, that either motivates some people or it scares some people. Bro, and that fear is what makes niggas hold guns. You know what I'm saying? The fear could turn into you actually being physically scared of me to, damn, bro, me and Manny were at the same spot. He's making money now. I don't want to look like a scrub. The envy can literally be dangerous depending on, what environment you're in.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, be careful who you surround yourself, and be careful who you tell your ambitions and dreams and and goals to, because you just never know. You never know when somebody's going to retaliate or stab you in the back. But that's a lot. That's the world. That's life out there, man. So y'all got to be careful. Bodega, you got any final words of wisdom for our viewers?
Yeah, man. Bodega's last words today are gonna be, um, listen, man, you are fully capable of doing something, no matter what environment you are in, no matter where you live. You're talking to a nigga who lost everything, literally everything at one point. I have no more baby pictures of myself, y'all. I don't have my high school yearbook. Everything from my past is gone, and I'm back up on my feet. Because of that, you guys will get very, very little sympathy from me, but you'll get a whole bunch of motivation. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Don't be the victim out here. Be the lion in this motherfucker. And you heard it here first from Bodega Bands. And always remember, y'all, while you're maneuvering in this jungle out here, always remember to keep it a band, my name. Always remember to keep it a band, Chico.
Amen to that. And guys, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, be safe, and stay healthy. All right. Thank y'all for listening. We'll catch you guys next time on another episode of Keep It a Band. And thank you to nôrm.com for bringing you this podcast. And thank you to Monroe, always holding us down for us, homie.
Yes, sir. Bless.
All right, guys. Peace. Enjoy y'all weekend. Be safe.
Be safe, y'all.